Right, okay guys, welcome to the Friday Waffle. Funny, I was, just as I was about to record this video, I thought I could just do a kind of waffle type chat, and I thought, well, I shouldn't really be doing that because obviously I've got the Friday Waffle coming up, and then I realised it's actually Friday today. That's the thing, when you're, what do you call it, when you're off, you know, right through the holidays, you completely forget sort of what day is what, you know what I mean? But yeah, got to say, really enjoying my little holiday. I hope you all had a really nice Christmas. I had a nice time. What did I do? I had my daughter from Christmas Eve through to Christmas Day, about midday I think it was, and then I dropped her off, and so I'm just waiting for this car to pass. Yeah, I dropped her off at her mum's house, and then I went to my sister's for my dinner, and I ate way too much. Got to say, I'm not a big so by the way, the reason I'm shouting is because I'm conscious that the microphone and the GoPro isn't the best. There's a lot of background noise. I don't know if you can pick up a standalone microphone for it. I don't know. It's something I might look into, because it is good fun doing these videos when you're driving. But yeah, I ate way too much, but I don't know, I'm one of these people, you know, I can only eat so much, and I'm full. You know, once I get to a point that I'm full, I can't eat anymore. You know, so yeah. So it's, what day is it? It's obviously it's Friday the 28th of December, and I'm actually on my way to my mate George's house. George is, he's actually the founder of our computer club, founded way back in, I don't know when it was, about 6 years ago, something like that. So yeah, I hope you've all had a nice holiday. I'm really enjoying my time off, you know. I'm just completely chilling out, you know, doing what I want to do. I mean, today I was away through to a place called Craig's Country Park, which is a country park in the Bathgate Hills, which isn't particularly far from me. It's beautiful, lots of trees, lots of woods, really stunning scenery, and the dogs love it. You know, the dogs absolutely love it. I mean, they were absolutely black as anything, obviously they're muddy as anything, especially this time of year with all the rain. So I just chucked them into the shower when I got back. So yeah, really enjoying it. I'm actually out tonight. Me and, well, how many is there? 6 of us I think it is. Me and a bunch of mates. We don't get a chance to really meet up all that often. You know what it's like. We've all got responsibilities and families and what have you. So we don't, although we, you know, like most people, we keep in touch through you know, social media. We never actually really get a chance to kind of get out and meet up. We could probably, but you know what it's like, people really don't make the effort, and I'm equally as guilty of that. So we suggested a couple of weeks ago, right, we need to get a Christmas night out. It's kind of tradition, we always like to meet up at Christmas. So we're doing that tonight. We're meeting in a pub in Bathgate, and then we're going to head to the Dreadnought, which is a kind of rock disco? Is disco still a thing? I don't know. I'm an old fart, so it'll always be a disco. I suppose the younger people would call it a club, but it's always going to be a disco for me. So yeah, got that one tonight. Yeah, and I've got a few things. I'm going out with a friend tomorrow into Edinburgh. Plan to have a nice day, and then I'm going to, what am I going to see? I'm going to the pictures to see that Sherlock Holmes film. Looks quite interesting. It's a kind of comedy with Will Ferrell and, I can't remember the name of the guy, John C. Reilly, that's it, just came to me there. One thing about getting old is I have got an absolutely shocking recollection when it comes to names. And yeah, but that one just seemed to be in the tip of my tongue. Tell you, one film that I'm really looking forward to seeing, I think it comes out in a couple of weeks' time, is the Laurel and Hardy film. I've watched the trailer and I think it looks really good. When I first heard about a Laurel and Hardy film, I thought, how good is that going to be? It's going to be rubbish. You know, how can you possibly have somebody else playing the part of Laurel and Hardy? But I've watched the trailer. It's John C. Reilly plays Oliver Hardy, and Steve Coogan plays Stan Laurel, and I've got to say it does look good. I think it kind of charts their trip to when they came to Britain. I mean, they were getting old, they were kind of past their best, I think. One interesting anecdote, my dad actually saw Laurel and Hardy in Leith, in a theatre in Leith. How cool is that? They have got to be, without a shadow of doubt, my favourite comedian comedy act. They're just brilliant. I mean, I still watch them now. Their comedy hasn't dated at all. I mean, it's almost 100 years old, but it's just brilliant, absolutely fantastic. You know, it's as fresh as anything. So I'm looking forward to that coming out. So anyway, yeah, what have I been doing? I've been playing a few games. I downloaded. I'm quite conscious of I've not been playing my PSVR very much. Now, when I was talking to Dave on Boys Post 1975, you know, you may have been aware Dave and I did a chin wag. That's a phrase I think I used. A chin wag video on whatever day it was, Christmas Eve actually. Yeah, it was Christmas Eve. And Dave has been he bought himself the Oculus Go, and he's been raving about it. And I've got to say, if I had the money, I would go and buy one. I was very, very tempted to go and buy one, but I don't have the money, so I'm going to try and save up for it. I've been reading some reviews, and I mean, what people are saying is, I don't think it is that much better than, say, this, what do you call it, the Gear VR, you know, for the Samsung phones. But the big thing about this, and what sets it apart from all the other VR systems, is it is truly portable. You don't have to fanny about with a phone. The whole headset is built in. It's the headset is the VR system, you know, so you don't have to mess about with cables or anything like that at all. And quite a few of the videos that I've been watching, you know, the guys have got the Vives, they've got the full Oculus Rifts, and they're saying that whilst the Oculus Go will never ever, it'll never replicate a full VR system, because it's not got the grunt, you know what I mean. You're never going to get full games in it. Every single video that I've watched, and you know, where the guys have owned multiple systems, they've all said that the Oculus Go is the one system that they use more than anything over any other system, just because of the pure portability. And you know, so for that reason, I'm really, really tempted to buy myself one. But anyway, getting back on track, with Dave talking about Oculus Go, I thought I'm going to start using my my PSVR a bit more. So I went on last night, and yeah, obviously they've got Sony having a sale at the moment, and I had a look. What did I buy? Can't remember how. Yeah, for £9.99 I bought Creed. Was it Rise to Glory or something, I think it's called. It's basically it's a boxing simulator based on the film that's out at the moment, Creed 2, which is actually really good. I saw that a few weeks ago. I had a quick go of it. It's you know what, it's just mental. You're inside a gym, and there's a virtual Rocky, and he's like obviously training you, and it's quite bizarre standing face to face with like Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, it doesn't look, it's not super realistic looking, you know, it's fairly basic graphics, but it's still mental. But yeah, I played that for a wee bit. It's going to take a bit of getting used to. The mechanic they've used to walk, you swing your arms, you've got to use the, what do you call it, what are they called? What are the wand things? I can't remember what they're called. It's the move controllers, that's what it is. Yeah, you've got to use the move controllers. You need the move controllers to play the game. And basically you swing your arms left and right as if you're walking, and that in itself makes you walk forwards. it does take a wee bit getting used to, but I had a quick go at kind of fighting. I was fighting Creed actually, and it's pretty mental. It's pretty mental. Like I said, it will take a wee while to kind of get used to it, but it's so you're in the game, you know. It's just absolutely mental. The other game which I bought was Rez. Now that's quite an old game. I mean, I've got Rez on the Dreamcast, I've got it on the GameCube. I got it on the GameCube, maybe? I can't remember. Was it out on the GameCube? Maybe not. But I've certainly got it on the Dreamcast. Unfortunately, it's a hooky copy because I know it does go for quite a bit of money on that there eBay. But yeah, I love Rez, and this one, it's maybe a couple of years old, but you know, if you imagine Rez in VR, you're actually inside the game. It just takes it up to another level. When I made the video with Dave on Christmas Eve, Novabug Chris, he sort of seemed to think that VR is a kind of novelty like 3D TV. I would disagree with that. 3D TV is no longer. I think the big thing about 3D is, again, you've got to fanny about the cables and wires, and I don't know, I never ever tried it. I mean, my mate's got a 3D TV and he said that the quality of the 3D is better than it is in the cinema. But the thing for me, and again I mentioned that in the video, I've seen a lot of films in 3D. What ones have I seen in 3D? I could not tell you, because for me, my brain, it's a bit like the sense of smell or the sense of taste. After that initial bite of the cherry, your brain forgets. Your brain doesn't actually, it's not able to interpret 3D. So after 5-10 minutes, my brain kind of switches off. And in fact, I would actually say that the 3D in a lot of films, it's not really three-dimensional. It's more you're looking inside something rather than things jumping out. And the thing is, with VR, things do jump out in your face. Things are behind you, and that's a big difference. It is 360 degrees, up, down, left, right, behind you. There's stuff going on behind you. 3D TV, films, whatever, it's just whatever's happening in front of you. So all you're doing is you're an observer when you're watching 3D TV or 3D films, whatever you want to call it, 3D video. But VR, you're inside the thing. And yeah, as I've said the other day there, I don't think VR will ever take over from traditional gaming. You know, when you're sitting on the settee, joystick in hand, gamepad in hand, and you're just playing a game with your feet on the table, you know. Unless, and I'm sure it will get to this stage, unless VR gets to a simple case where you don't require a headset, you know, you press a button and boom, a bit like Total Recall, you're just inside, you know, it becomes, there's no having to fanny about equipment. I'm sure 10 years down the line VR will be different from what it is now, but for me, I think VR's awesome. It's like I said, it's like a rich cake. You can only eat a wee bit and you really enjoy it, but you wouldn't want to eat too much, if that makes any sense, because you become sick of it. In VR, you know, if you play it, I personally find if I play it for any more than, I don't know, half an hour, I start to get a bit tired. I don't like the physical thing stuck to my face. And the one thing that I don't like about the PSVR is it uses it's got I'll call it a large piece of elastic that basically pulls the headset towards your face, and I find that quite tight. Why could they not have a system whereby you adjusted it and then you locked it in place? But this thing, it pulls it into your face, and I find that quite uncomfortable. So yeah, I've been playing, got Creed, got Rez, I can't remember what it's called, Rez Infinite, I can't remember. I also bought Tetris. What's it called again? What's that new Tetris game? Doesn't matter. Tetris Effects, I think it's called. Wow. It's everything. All the hype that I've heard about it is true. Is it slightly overpriced? Possibly, because you know, at the end of the day, it is just Tetris, and the game itself is just Tetris. But they've put this game inside this beautiful, realised virtual landscape. You know, you're inside the game. You've got all these amazing visuals of, like, you know, the first one is you're inside the kind of ocean, and there's these big whales floating about. You know, when you get a Tetris or when you get a couple of lines, they explode into little shards, little glowing visuals. And another thing which just makes the game for me is the sound. The sound is awesome, and the actual musical soundtrack which they used is beautiful. You know what? I'd actually like to find out what the soundtrack is. If I could buy the soundtrack, I would. There's a beautiful first song. I don't know who sings it. It's a girl sings it. It's just awesome. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. So if anybody knows if you can buy the music, the soundtrack for Tetris, let me know. Chances are you probably can. So Tetris Effects, yeah, that is beautiful. And what was the last game I bought? Oh yeah, I bought Burnout Paradise? Yeah, Burnout Paradise remastered. All in, I got the 3 games for, I think it was 31 quid. You know what I mean? I mean, Creed's only came out a few weeks ago, so really pleased with that. So I've been playing a fair bit of the PSVR. I've also I bought a CRT TV off a mate a few months ago, and the problem was it didn't come with a remote control, and I had no way of getting it onto the AV channel. So, you know, I just couldn't. There's buttons, and I was trying. You can basically bring up various menus using the buttons, but I couldn't physically get where you access the source and change on AV. But I bought myself a £10, what you call it, a generic, a multiple remote control. You can basically program it supposedly to work in any TV. But this thing was simplicity itself. It came a manual with different codes. The TV I've got is called a Luxor, Luxor. Never heard of it myself either. And it came with various codes. But one of the things you could do is you held down a button, and it said you can hold it down for up to 8 minutes, and it can try and automatically program itself. So I tried that, and within about 10 seconds, this remote control now works for the CRT, which is awesome. So for the last couple of days, I took I've got it downstairs in my dining room table, and last night I was playing. Excuse me, I had the GX4000, the Amstrad GX4000, playing a fair bit of that. Obviously it looks wonderful on a CRT. I'm actually going to do a video about some of the best Amstrad games. I don't really know that many Amstrad games. I'm not particularly familiar with Amstrad. I never owned one back in the day. My mate Mark had one, but I never really got to know any games. In my experience, a lot of Amstrad games, they're rubbish. You know, they're like straightforward ports of Spectrum games. But by goodness, I was playing. There's a new Ghosts and Goblins, which has just been released for the GX4000, and honestly, you know, this is virtually arcade perfect. Just a beautiful game. And what was that other game I was playing? I can't remember. I was playing another game, Donkey Kong, which it's the original. It's Donkey Kong that was released by Ocean in 1986, and I've got to say it is so arcade-like. I mean, it's probably the best home version of Donkey Kong I've ever played. You know, apart from MAME, obviously you can play the arcade one in MAME, but from an actual home port, this is astonishing. So I'm definitely going to give my GX4000 a bit more love. I'm going to put out a video with some of my favourite games in it. And I was also playing my Spectrum Next, which is a owned Spectrum. It's a brand new motherboard, and I've got it inside a 48K rubber keyboard shell. It came out about, I don't know when it came out, maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, something like that, maybe about 3 years ago. And it's excellent. I mean, it comes built in with, it's got an SD card, you know, so you've got all your games. You've got it outputs to VGA. It also outputs to stereo. It's a 128 memory, so it basically plays all the 128 games as well. It also has this other big thing. It's got a joystick port built in. It's got a Kempston joystick port. So it's basically like a super Spectrum, the ultimate Spectrum. I think I actually called it that. I did do a video a few years about it, and it's just awesome. I mean, you have to take, is it the PLA chip? I think it is. You've got to take that for a Spectrum and plug it in. So yeah, I've been playing a fair bit of Spectrum as well. Again, plugged into the wee TV downstairs in the dining room. I am looking forward to getting my next. Now it is dragging on. You know, to be fair, it is kind of dragging on. I mean, I think it was originally supposed to be, when was it? It was supposed to be May this year when it was getting released. I know that the sort of bare bones motherboard was released, I don't know when that was. And we're now running, you know, what are we? We're now about 7 months overdue. Thing is, you do get regular updates from the guys that are involved in it, to be fair. I mean, a lot of these, some people are saying, oh, it's going to go the same way as the, what do you call it? You know, the Spectrum Vega Plus. No, what was it, the Spectrum Vega 2? No, it's not. You know, these guys are giving you regular updates. They're just basically refining it, they're tuning it, you know. I really do think that it's going to turn into an awesome machine, and I'm so glad I've bought one. I mean, you know, I think it will be, they are talking about having a second run once the original, I think there's about 1,000 people getting them, but they are talking about having a second run. So whatever you do, if you're not lucky enough to have bought one, don't go onto eBay and buy one second hand. And believe you me, there will be people, I mean, there's people already saying, oh, I can't wait to get it so I can sell it for 500 quid on eBay. That's their choice. But don't do that. These guys that have put out the next, it's a labour of love. You know, if you're a true 8-bit fan, you're going to enjoy it. You know, a lot of people are saying, I wish I'd bought two so I could just hold it for profit. But yeah, so whatever you do, do not go and buy one on eBay unless you're getting it for like cost price. You know, it always saddens me when people, you know, buy things like that to make sell for a profit. I suppose you get that in anything at all. So yeah, that's it. The Spectrum next. Hopefully we should get that, you know, in the next few months. I am looking forward to getting it. There's something really nice. I saw what was it? An Attic Attack, a 3D version of Attic Attack. Imagine Night Lord, or imagine Attic Attack with the engine of Night Lord, but it's in full colour. It looks really nice. So yeah, that's been that. What else have I been doing? I've not got any questions to answer this because I'm driving, obviously. And I think the last time I tried to do a question and answer session was driving. Almost crashed the car a few times. But aye, so it just really remains for me to say, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful New Year. New Year for myself. It's not a thing. I've not been out to celebrate the New Year for probably 20 years. I think the big thing for me is my mum and dad both passed away. So for me, it's a kind of time of reflection where I think about people that are no longer with me. So I don't see there's a huge amount to celebrate. I'm one of these people. I don't celebrate anniversaries. when I say anniversaries, I mean, oh, it was a year ago since this happened, or a year ago since that happened. Like, for example, birthdays. I could not give two monkeys about my own birthday. I really couldn't. I genuinely could not give a shit about my birthday. I don't see why I should celebrate being another year older. I celebrate my life every day and just doing what I want to do, enjoying myself, doing fun things. That to me is a celebration. I don't look upon me getting to another year older as any cause for celebration. Don't get me wrong, I'm not an old fart or a Victor Meldrew. I enjoy other people's birthdays, I enjoy giving presents, I enjoy going to parties, but not for myself. I'm not interested in celebrating birthdays for myself. So back to New Year. Yeah, I've not done anything for New Year for many years. New Year back in the day, I mean, for me as a kid, New Year was, when I was a kid growing up in the 70s, New Year was, I wouldn't go quite as far as to say it was the only time people had a drink, but certainly back in the 70s and even the early 80s, people simply did not have the money to go and get drunk all the time. Nowadays, you can buy booze dirt cheap, you can go to the pub, people can go 7 nights a week and get drunk if they want. Whereas back in the 70s, people just didn't have the money. I don't think we're really any better off than like my mum and dad were back in the 70s. I think, the one thing for me that's changed, and I'm not saying it's for the good, is we've got credit now. We've got debit cards, we've got overdrafts. I've got a credit card with something like an £8,500 what do you call it? Limit, is that the right word? Yeah, so I could go away today and buy a car for £7,000. I could drive it away today and put it on a credit card. Back in the 70s, I mean, I don't know when credit cards came about. I think they did exist, but certainly my mum and dad, they were old school. They would never. I know my dad did get a credit card eventually, but my mum was the type of person, excuse me, if she never had the money, then she wouldn't buy something. She always wanted to save up. So like I said, yeah, I don't think we've got any more money now. It's just that we're far more, people want things right away. We're not prepared to wait. Can you imagine saying to a kid, right, you want an iPhone? Well, you need to save up for the next 4 years for it. Away you go. People just go and buy things. That's just the world we live in. People want things right away. Hang on, I'm coming up to a roundabout, as you can probably tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to take junction 5. Whereas nowadays, yeah, people, if you want something, you go and buy it. Where am I going? Is it this one? I think? Or have I missed my junction? Am I going the wrong way? Oh, Christ, I don't know. You know what? I've got no idea. Hopefully not. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to swear. Have I taken the right one? I will edit out that little bleep with the sweary word. Yeah, I'm going the right way. People nowadays, they're not prepared to wait. Roslyn Chapel, that is where they filmed the Da Vinci Code. And Roslyn Institute is where Dolly the sheep that was cloned, that's where he was born. Dolly the sheep now resides in Kelvin Grove Museum in Glasgow. But back then people they certainly weren't prepared to use credit cards and overdrafts the way they do nowadays. So where am I going with this? Aye, Hogmanay. People didn't have the money. So Hogmanay for me as a kid, we would go to my granny's house, and it was like the one time of the year as a sort of a young kid I got to stay up to midnight. That to me was really special. Getting to stay up until the next day. Wow, that was just something really mental. And I always have these memories, really vivid memories of what do you call it? Being in the there you go, Roslyn Chapel, 5 miles to the right. Yeah, sitting in my jammies, my pyjamas, and then it'd get to midnight, and then the people would come to the door and they'd be like, Happy New Year, and they'd come in with a bottle, you know, they'd bring like a bottle or whatever. Aye, and it was like a real old-fashioned New Year. But nowadays, I mean, in Scotland, there used to be a New Year party in Glasgow, George Square, but they done away with that. I don't know why. I don't know whether it was just because it was too much trouble. I don't think so. I think they just maybe couldn't afford it, whatever. But obviously Edinburgh has got a massive party, the Hogmanay party. Now I'm only 15 minutes away by train from Edinburgh, so you know there's nothing to stop me going. I've just not got any real desire to go through there, because you're going to go through there, there's maybe a couple of 100,000 people, you're standing cramped. Where am I going to second junction? You're standing cramped, you know, beside complete strangers, and you're you know, probably freezing cold, and then you've got the problem of getting home. Once all the festivities are over, you know, you've then got the problem of getting home, and trying to get a taxi would be nigh on impossible. So I've got no real desire to do something like that. I may do it at some point, like I said, because I've not been out to celebrate New Year for a long time. I don't know. I suppose the thing for me, I've always had young kids, so it's not been something that is really possible. Again, because my mum and dad are both gone, you know, you kind of, I've lost the birthday parade, it certainly is. I've lost sort of babysitters and that kind of stuff. But my daughter's getting older now, you know, she's 15. So really, if I wanted to go out and do something New Year, I could. I mean, my recollection of New Year as a teenager is going to getting a carry out, i.e. some cans of beer, and you would go with your mates and you'd basically walk about the streets, and then you would hear music, and you would basically chap at the door, and 9 times out of 10 you could go in. You might not even know the person, you could go into their party. Can you imagine doing that nowadays? If you did that, if you chapped at a stranger's door and tried to get in, they would call the police. Because, you know, I just think what we live in a far more unfriendly society. People haven't got the time of day for you. And I'm not saying that applies to everybody. But yeah, years ago, people would give you the time of day. You know, you could go into a stranger's house, you know, and people would welcome you in. But nowadays, I just find people so much more unfriendly. I mean, when I'm out running and walking the dogs, and I see somebody, I'll always speak to them. I'll say hello, you know, or morning, whatever, or smile. And I'm not going to say 9 times out of 10, I'd probably say 5 times out of 10 people will smile back, or say hiya, whatever. But these other 5 people will just blank you. They'll just look through you, you know what I mean? I don't get it. I just don't get why people are so unfriendly. I really don't get it. Anyway, listen, I'm going to get going because I am just approaching George's house, I think. According to the sat nav, I have got 1.5 miles. Well, you know what, I can talk until I get there. Aye, so anyway, yeah, Aye, so I'll not be doing very much. I don't have any plans at all for Hogmanay. I don't know. Thing is, all my mates, most of my mates they've got families, so they don't do anything. I could technically go up to my sister's because she usually has a wee party thing, but again, I've got the dogs, and the thing is, I'm not. I buck the trend for being Scottish. I'm not a big drinker. The only drink I've had through the whole festive season was a single bottle of cider, which I had. When did I have that? I had it on last night I think it was. Yep. Aye, so I'm not a big drinker. I do like a drink. I mean, tonight, for example, I'll probably go out and have, I don't know, 3 or 4 pints, and that'll be it. But I can go for months and months and months without touching alcohol at all, and it doesn't bother me in the slightest. The traffic light's not working. I'm always really hesitant about just driving through. According to this, we've got a mile to George's. Aye, so I don't know, I'll probably not do very much, but next year I'm going to continue with putting out videos. I'm always trying to think up new stuff. I don't want for the channel to get boring, and I do know that I've just kind of resorted back to the good old favourites, Arcade Perfect, My Arses, etc. People do enjoy them right enough, but listen guys, I'm going to get going. I just want to really use this opportunity to wish you all a very, very prosperous 2019. I want to thank you all. I'm going up here. Is that going up there? I think it was. Yeah, a very prosperous 2019. Thank you. Where am I going now? I'll need to get going because I'm kind of, I can go up to this roundabout. Yeah, I wish you all the best for 2019. I want to thank you all for the wonderful support, friendship that you guys give me. It is always appreciated. So anyway guys, I'm going to get going. You're awesome, and I've been Alan Stewart. Take care. Cheers guys.